up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you also hit that bell so you never miss when I post a video. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for tuning back into my videos. I really appreciate the support that you guys have been showing me lately. Honestly, it's really been a little overwhelming for me, but I mean, it's not, I may not have, you know, a whole lot of subscribers like some people, but honestly, the way my channel been going up, baby, I'm ready for the next step and what's to come, to be completely honest with you. As you guys can see from looking at the title, today's video is going to be a story time. Sis, we gotta talk about it. Now, honestly, I've never done a story time before. I never really planned on doing a story time, but I was on YouTube the other day and I really was I was listening to a bunch of story times and I'm like, yo, I should do a story time because I got a story for y'all. And honestly, you know, this happened years ago, well, a few years ago. So honestly, I'm not tripping about the situation no more. But now that I look back on the situation, I'm like, yo, that situation was really crazy. Like, I just know somebody would get some enjoyment out of this, okay? Because that situation was absolutely ridiculous. And if you guys want to hear what I got to say, stay tuned. So honestly, y'all, I don't remember exactly when this occurred. I really cannot remember exactly how many years ago it was. I could not tell you. I actually had started talking to this guy and we had a bunch of mutual friends. We're going to call the guy Tevin. That's just the name that we're going to call him. So I started talking to Tevin because me and Tevin had mutual friends. We would constantly be around each other. So I'm like, oh, you know, my friends. I'm like, oh, let's go with Tevin. You know, da, da, da. So, you know, that was that. So me and Tevin started talking. You know, we was kicking it. We wasn't really on anything serious, and we made that very clear from the beginning, right? So it was what it was. Like, we was just kicking it, just texting, talking. We would hang out, blah 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 blah. When I realized that the situation seemed to be escalating more than we originally planned. I'm the type of person where I appreciate honesty from jump. I'm going to be honest with that person, and I would hopefully expect for that person to be honest with me, but unfortunately everybody's not like that. So one day me and Tevin was with each other and I'm just like, okay, so, you know, honestly, I know that we had this conversation about, you know, us not really getting into nothing serious. Not saying that we were, but you know, we was talking all the time, we was chilling all the time. So I'm like, okay now, because we definitely said we wasn't going to get into nothing serious. But you know, at that point, I had no idea about his background. So I had asked him, like, you know, so do you talk to somebody else? Like, what's the situation with you? Just so I know, just so I'm aware. Because at the end of the day, if you're really not my dude and I'm not your girl, I'm not going to say nothing about you talking to nobody else. What can I say? We're not in a committed relationship. It is what it is. He told me about a girl and was like, you know, I was with this girl for 2 years. And he was like, you know, but she called me every now and then, but we not on it like that. So I'm like, all right, cool. I don't really think nothing of it because, like I said, that's not my dude anyway. I just wanted to know for me because, you know, people be coming out the woodworks and stuff. And it's like, I don't really be having time for that. Boom, boom, boom. We fast forward. So now we really talking. Now it's we talking every single day. We talking all day. We on FaceTime. We on the phone. We chilling, blah, 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 blah. So there was this one weekend in particular. I had a drill competition. I can't remember if I was judging it or if I was just helping. I can't remember, but I had a drill competition. For those of you who don't know what drill is, it's basically like another form of stepping. Basically just way more in it. But so I had a drill competition that I was doing and I was helping out with, and it was a Friday, I want to say. So I had talked to him that Friday, and then I told him I was going to the drill competition, so you know, I hit you up later, etc., etc. So I texted him when I got home from the drill competition, and my message never delivered. So if you got an iPhone, sis, you know that when your message don't deliver, it's either their phone died, they blocked you, or that number is no longer active. So I'm like, okay, I'ma just wait, because you know I'm not about to sweat nobody. So I'm like, I'ma just wait. The next day comes and it's Saturday. So he texts me in the morning time. So I'm like, you know, like, I'm just saying my little funny stuff like, oh, you was MIA, etc., etc. This is how I remember the story. So I'm like, yeah, this is, you know, you MIA, da 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 da. So I can't even remember what he said, honestly. So after that, now mind you, at the time we both worked the same shift. We both worked like 7 in the morning to like 3 in the afternoon or somewhere in that vicinity. We both used to get off at the same time. So after that initial conversation that we had at like 7, 8 in the morning, I didn't talk to him for the rest of the day. So mind you, now I'm telling you, remember I told y'all we was talking at this point like every single day. So I'm like, that's mad weird. Boom, that's Saturday. So Sunday comes around. So I'm chilling with my 2 friends, and I'm texting one of my other friends. Now, we got mad mutual friends, okay? Like, it's mad mutual friends here. So I'm chilling with two of my friends, and then I called my other friend. So I'm like, yo, you know, Tevin ain't text me since basically yesterday morning, blah, 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 blah. So the friend that I call up on the phone calls my other friend. We gonna call her Tiffany. So he called Tiffany like, yo, text Tevin and ask him if he want to come on this camping trip that we going on in February. So she like, all right. Now, mind you, Tiffany don't even know what's going on. Tiffany just like, yo, he asked me to ask Tevin if he want to go on this camping trip. So I'm going to ask him. Boom. So Tiffany calls my friend back that I was on the phone with and said, oh, yeah. Tevin said, yeah, he's going to come. So I'm like, oh. So Tevin responded to Tiffany, but Tevin ain't responded to me. So I'm like, okay. Now, mind you, we friends on Facebook this entire time. And he had made like a post or something that I had just happened to be scrolling down and seeing. So I'm like, all right, because at this point, you're not about to play me like I'm boo-boo the fool, because clearly something is happening, something is going on. So then after that, my friend called me like, yeah, well, Tevin texted Tiffany back, so his phone ain't off, his phone's still connected, and it delivered, and he responded within like a minute or so. So I'm like, all right. So I don't know if Tevin felt the vibes and knew what was about to happen, because next thing I know, my phone rings, and guess who it is? Tevin. So I answer the phone. I'm like, hello? Because at first I was about to ignore the phone call. But I'm like, nah, let me see what he got to say. So I think my best friend was with me at this time too, as a matter of fact. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, hello? So he like, yo, guess what happened? The crazy thing happened to me. And I'm like, what happened? What happened, Tevin? Because at this point, like, it's nothing that you could say to me that's going to convince me that you wasn't doing something. So what was you doing? Now, I'm trying not to get mad, because at the end of the day, that's not my dude. But it's like, you kind of could have just gave a heads up. Actually, no, what he did say was that he was going to do some stuff with his family. He told me that on Friday, that he was doing stuff with his family. So I'm like, all right, whatever. Me not thinking of it. That was Friday. But then when it get all the way to Sunday and you just acting a little weird, moving a little weird, my messages not delivering, you posting on Facebook, but you texted Tiffany back. So I ain't really know how to feel. So I'm like, okay, so what happened? Do y'all know that this man told me? He said, yo, I was with my mans, da-da-da-da-da. I almost got arrested. I looked at the phone. I said, you almost got arrested? He said, yeah, I almost got arrested. I don't even remember what he was saying, because at that point, I just knew that it was a lie. I'm like, so that means if you almost got arrested, that means you didn't get arrested, which means that you still would have had your phone, which means that you still would have received my message, but you didn't receive my message because it didn't deliver. So now I'm confused. So did you or did you not get arrested? I'm like, so then I'm just like, all right, well, I'm going to call you later because I'm doing such and such. So he like, yo, you want that type time with me, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, I'm not even, like, I don't even care at this point. So then I don't remember if he texted me or something like that. So he like, yo, he was like, just come here and let me explain. So I'm like, so my best friend, I know this about to be some like, I just know it is. So actually, after I left my friend's house, being with my friend and my best friend, I actually drove all the way back to my house. So I got in front of my house. Now, mind you, I live in the burbs at the time. Well, I still live in the burbs, but I lived in the burbs, but I lived closer to the city back then. So I get all the way to my house. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my phone. So I call Tiffany. Now me and Tiffany got a good relationship. So I'm like, Tiffany, should I A, just block his number and never talk to him again? Should I B, you know, explain to him why I got a problem or what the problem was and then never talk to him again? Or should I C, go over there, mess stuff up, and then never talk to him again? So of course Tiffany, we be with the shenanigans. So she encouraged, she like, see, she said, because that's only right. Like, you gotta go over there, because I don't know who you think he is. Tiffany and Tevin been friends for years at this point. Like, I mean, since they was kids. So she know him. So she was shocked that any of this was even occurring, because she like, yo, I never would have thought, I would have never put you on with him had I known that he was gonna be on this type of energy. So I did see. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go over there. So I get over there. So I let him know I'm outside. So he comes to the door. So then I just walk right past him, like, don't even say nothing to him. So he tried to like stop me, hug me. I'm like, no, I don't want to talk. I don't want to hug. We're gonna go upstairs. We're gonna have a conversation. So we went upstairs. We had the conversation. So I'm like, okay, so what's up? Like, you told me to come over here, so I'm assuming that you want to tell me something. So whatever it is, just say it. So he like, yo. I'm like, yo, I don't got time for this. Like, just tell me like what the deal was. Like, honestly, that's when he told me, like, you know, we're gonna call her Alicia. So he like, well, Alicia came to my house. Now, Alicia is the girl that he told me about from jump, okay? Now, he said this was his ex. He was with her for 2 years, etc., etc. So he like, Alicia came to my house. I couldn't tell her to leave. I'm like, huh? Sir, you pay bills in this house. You pay rent in this house. If you didn't want somebody in your house, you could have told them to leave. I'm just like, okay, whatever. I'm like, okay. So he was like, yeah, she stayed the whole weekend. I said, okay, but you knew that she was coming to your house. I said, because on Friday you told me that you was doing something with your family. Am I right or am I wrong? So he just like, yeah, I don't even remember everything that he said, but I'm just like, okay, so therefore this was premeditated, baby, because you knew she was staying the night at your house the entire weekend, but you didn't want to tell me that because you had originally already lied and told me that you didn't really talk to nobody like that. So I'm like, you never really had to lie like that. I'm like, because what you could have just done was told me that you and this girl still had something going on, so I could have made the decision for myself whether I wanted to still talk to you or not. That's all you had to say. So now I'm mad because first of all, it's not even about the simple fact that he was talking to somebody else, really, because like I said, that's not my dude. But it was just a simple fact that you lied about it. And then I found out that he blocked my number, which I had already determined anyway by the time I really figured out what was going on. I'm like, oh, he blocked my number. So that's when I really had got mad, because not only did you lie, but you blocked my number. Like, it was never that serious. Like, you went that hard to hide from your ex that you was talking to somebody else. First of all, you could have just said that you still had something going on with your ex, and I would have stopped talking to you. Like, it would have been that simple. Like, it wasn't even that serious. So after that, it was just a whole argument back and forth, blah, 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 blah. So I went home, and me and him was really on bad terms for a while. But honestly, I'm going to take full responsibility for this next situation, because we had a conversation, and I basically was just like, you know, if you're still going to talk to her, then I'm basically not going to be in the picture, blah, 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 because I don't have that type of time. But Tevin was making it seem like he was, you know, he was all for basically cutting her off. So I'm just like, all right, whatever. Now, this is where I personally messed up at, and I will never make another mistake like this in my life. Ladies, we live and we learn. Gentlemen, we live and we learn. Well, you guys live and you learn, and that's just what it is. So at this point, me and him, we kind of started talking again. You know, that was that. Now, I was under the impression that he may have really cut the girl off. Either way it go, I should have never started talking to him again after that. Alicia ends up finding, this is the ex, she ends up finding out about me. So she found out about me, and then I found out again that he was still talking to her on that same level that he was talking to her, like as if they was basically in a relationship. Now, after this time is when I really said, okay, I've had enough, because you're not about to keep playing with me like I'm some PS4. I'm not a PlayStation. You're not about to keep playing me like that. I remember getting a friend request from the girl. So I'm like, now mind you, I'm grown, and I'm still grown at this time. So I don't have that type of game where I'm not about to be going back and forth with no girl over no dude. That's just what I won't do, period. She added me on Facebook. I'm like, I really hope that this girl really not trying to argue with me, because I'm not about to sit here and argue and go back and forth over no dude, period. Especially somebody who been with somebody for 2 years. I know how that is. I've been in long-term relationships. Like, I know how that is. Like, that's your comfort zone. So I completely get it. So I let the friend request sit there. I didn't even accept it, because I'm like, because she trying to lurk on my page. Not saying she was going to find nothing, because wasn't nothing to him on my page. Wasn't nothing to me and him on the page. Wasn't me talking about him, no nothing. Because if you know me, you know I don't be posting my life like that, to be honest. So the girlfriend requested me, I left this sitting there. I never accepted it. So one day, whatever day this was some random day, whatever. She basically, from my end, it looked like she deleted and resent the friend request. So I'm like, dang, Alicia, like, you gonna keep friend requesting me? Okay, so now I'm about to accept your friend request, because I'm like, she keep requesting me, so it's clearly something that she want to see. It's something that she want to say. I thought that she was gonna send me a message or something asking me about Tevin. I never had no message, never. So I keep the girl on Facebook for mad long. At this point, the same situation happened like the first situation again, where I text him and he had my number blocked. So I'm like, okay, so this is really it. Like, I'm really about to at this point, because this is really it. So I call my friend. We gonna call my friend. What can we call my friend? I'm gonna lose track of these names. We gonna call my he's a guy. We're gonna call him. Matter of fact, I could use his name. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all right, because nobody really know about it. He gonna be all right. I call my friend Tashin, right? So I'm like, Tashin, call Tevin. Call his number. Da 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 da. So Tashin calls Tevin. So Tevin answered the phone like, yo, what's good, bro? Because he probably had a feeling that it was me calling. So I'm like, Tevin, what you doing? So he like, oh, nah, nothing, what's good? Like, on the phone fronting like it's his man's. I could not, y'all, this was like, this had to go, yo, he get the award for best actor of the year, I swear to God. So he like, yo, what's up? Blah, 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 bro, da, 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 da. So I'm like, so by this time now, I'm fuming, I'm flaming. Like, he really just adding fuel to the fire at this point. So I'm like, Tevin, and this is exactly how I sounded. I was like, Tevin, I'm really gonna punch you dead in your Because at this point, I was steamed because I already knew what it was hitting for. Like, I didn't even have to ask no questions. So I'm like, all right, boom. So again, I'm pretty sure me and this girl was still friends on Facebook, I think, at this time. You got to excuse me if I get my timeline wrong, but it was so much happening that I can't even remember what happened when and blah, 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 blah. So basically, after that, I get a DM, or no, a text message from him, and he like, yo, pull up on me. I'm like, for what? So at this point, I'm like, oh, you trying to set me up because you was literally just with this girl because you had my number blocked. So you trying to set me up? I said, for what? I said, who with you? And he like, nobody. I said, nah, for real, who with you? I said, because if you want some funny business, let me know, because I mean, we could take it there, honestly, because we could take it there, because you're not about to try to set me up, because then I'm gonna have to deal with you. Like, you're not, I'm gonna really have to have somebody get right with you if you're trying to set me up. He like, nah, I'm not even on that type of energy. So basically, long story short, the last conversation that we had together in the car was when I went over there to have a conversation with him, because he was just like, nah, I really just want to talk to you and, you know, basically come clean, I guess you could say. So I go over there, so we sit in the car. So he basically like, let me tell y'all, this conversation, I said, yo, I said, I don't ever want nothing to do with you ever again. Like, I could not believe it. So basically he was just like, you know, I've been with her for 2 years. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. And since you gotta choose, you can choose her, because I'm not in the business of being in competition with nobody. That's just what I'm not gonna do. You was with her for 2 years, fine, that's cool, be with her, but do not get me in your mix. Long story short, y'all, do y'all know this man was implying that he wanted to be in a relationship with both of us? Yes, that's basically what he said. He was just like, sometimes I be thinking like, oh, I could start over with you, but then again, I've been with her for 2 years, so I don't want to let that go to waste. I said, oh, that's fine, you can stay with her, I don't have a problem with that. But at the end of the day, sir, just know that I will not be intertwined in your funny business. I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know, but that's not what we doing. A whole argument took place. Now, mind you, while I'm in the car with him, talking to him about the situation, Alicia calls him. So he ignores the phone call, and I'm looking at his phone. I can see who's calling him. So she calls again. So I'm like, yo, you can just get out, and we could be done, and you can answer your phone. I said, because at the end of the day, this is it. Like, this is really it. That was basically the last conversation that me and him really had after, well, that's not the last conversation that we had, period, but that's the last conversation of me and him talking, you know what I mean? Like, that was just the end of it all, basically. I'm just like, nah, I'm not, you're not about to, you want to be in a relationship with both of us? Are you stupid? You gotta be to think that that was about to happen. Fast forward time. Now at this point, me and him, obviously, we still see each other because we still got mutual friends. Whatever. I didn't see him all the time. I would see him here and there, like once every few months, if that. So now it's a few months later, I still realize that me and Alicia is still friends on Facebook. The whole situation has been over and done with. No, hold up, let me rewind. So basically, Alicia inboxes me one day. Can't remember when this was, but she inboxes me one day and she's like, oh, do you go to school for nursing? And I'm like, nah. If you're my friend on Facebook, you will see the colleges that I went to. Both colleges that's listed on my profile does not have a nursing program. So I'm like, is she trying to be funny? Like, I'm confused, because I really thought when I did see that, when she finally did inbox me, everything was over. Me and him had no contact. We wasn't talking, none of that. So I'm like, is she trying to be funny? I'm just like, nah. So then and that's all I said. I put NA. That was it. So then she responds back and she says something like, okay, well, I was just wondering because, you know, I wanted to get into the program, da 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 da. And I'm just like, okay. Like, it was just really weird. So I sent it to do. So I text Tiffany like, yo, what's Tevin number? So she sent me Tevin number. I'm like, yo, so why your girl sending me, you know what I mean? And he like, I don't know. I'm like, that's really weird. Fast forward some time. Now by this time, like I said, me and him definitely not talking. We have not talked. So then and you know, she posts little stuff with him on her Facebook or whatever, on her Facebook story. I wasn't paying it no mind because I don't care. Like, it really did not faze me now one bit. I had moved on and I'm talking to somebody else at this point. So I really don't care. Eventually, I just deleted her because me and you don't speak. We're not friends. You didn't ask me about him like I thought you was. So it's like, why should we continue to be friends on Facebook? I had shared something on my page. Now, mind you, I deleted her. Keep that in mind. Let's remember that. I deleted her. I had shared something on my page and it was mad old. So I get a notification that Alicia likes the picture or the post. So I'm like, hold on. So Now I'm scrolling down my Facebook wall trying to even find the post that she shared because I can't remember when I posted it. So basically what that says to me is, not only did you creep on my page and you went all the way down to like something that was that old, that means you typed in my name to find me because I had already deleted her. So that means that you took the extra energy out your day to find me on Facebook to go scroll through my stuff. So I'm like, so now I'm texting Tiffany again, like, yo, what's Tevin's number? Because I just don't understand at this point. So I'm like, yo, Tevin, why is your girl still like liking my stuff? Like, she know we don't talk, right? Because I hope that's not like, you know, why she creeping on my page, etc., etc. So he like, I don't know. Ask her. I'm like, I bet. I said, you know, I just inboxed her like, you know, is there something that you want to say to me, or is there something that you want to talk about? Like, not even trying to press her on no ignorant type of stuff. But at this point, I feel like we was playing cat and mouse. Like, I'm not for the game. I would rather talk about the situation so we can talk about it and leave it at that. So she's just like, no, what do you mean? So at this point, I'm not really responding. Now, mind you, I'm on the phone with Tevin while I'm inboxing her. So I'm not really saying nothing. She's like, who are you? Like, why would you ask me that? And I'm just like, okay, am I missing something? I'm like, because I know this is Alicia. I know this is the girl. I know this is the girl. I'm confused at this point. So I'm like, yo, why is she acting like she don't know who I am? And he like, I don't know. So I'm not even responding at this point. I'm like, so you don't know who I am? I said that before I stopped responding. And she like, no, I'm confused as to why you would ask me that, blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, okay, whatever. So then she inboxes me again. And she like, oh, Tevin just told me who you was. And I find it really weird that you inboxed me asking me that. And, you know, because I had told her, like, you know, you added me multiple times on Facebook at this point. You liking real old stuff on my page, and we're not even friends no more because I deleted you. So she was basically trying to imply that I was upset that she was posting pictures of him and her on her Facebook story, which I could clearly care less because, like I said, I have moved on already. I'm in a whole nother situation. And I had to tell her that, like, because honestly, me and Tevin is the same age, but I want to say that Alicia was a little bit younger than us. I really want to say. So I'm like, okay, so maybe it's just because her being young. Now, not saying that she was, well, nah, I don't really know how much younger she was, but I really want to say she was a few years younger than me. But I'm like, you know, maybe it's just because she's young. Like, honestly, because when I was a young whippersnapper, I was probably out here doing some reckless stuff too, probably doing whatever. But it was just weird how the situation went, because I'm like, you added me several different times when I wasn't adding you. When I finally added you, you didn't say anything to me. And I'm thinking that was the whole reason she was adding me. Like, saying something, trying to press me about him. So she like, oh, you were mad about me and him, me posting pictures. And I'm just like, whoa, plot twist. I was mad about y'all posting pictures? I'm like, honey, first of all, I'm grown. I don't even have these cat and mouse games to be even getting into. Second of all, I talked to somebody else. Like, I'm not even entertaining this because I already talked to somebody else. So I don't care about Tevin. It is what it is. Yeah, that stung a little because he lied for no reason and he was doing all of that extra blocking my number, you know. He was blocking my number and, you know, dodging and doing all that extra stuff. But I don't care. I'm grown. And that was a difference I felt like at that time because of our age difference. Like, she was in another stage of life and I was in a different stage of life. And honestly, no shade, but like at the end of the day, I'm not with the cat and mouse games. I'm really not. And I'm just like, so, you know, I'm grown. I talked to somebody else. I'm not even talking to him, and I haven't talked to him in a very, very long time. So with that being said, I'm confused as to really what the games are about right now. Truth be told, I'm just like, so then the fact that she said that, oh, Tevin told me who you were. Girl, no, he didn't. And I really wanted to say that because I'm on the phone with him right now. I think I did say that. I might have said it. I might still have the messages. I don't really know. I don't really care. But, you know, I was just like, okay. So at the end of the situation, she blocked me from Facebook. I don't talk to him no more. And the situation is what the situation was. At the end of the day, I took a lesson. And I learned from it, and I promise I will never put myself in another situation like that ever again, because that was the stupidest thing I could have ever did by even talking to him and entertaining him for the second time around. It is what it is, and it's like no hard feelings towards either one of them. I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. That's pretty much the end of the story, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this story time, and if you like these story times, leave me comments below, because I probably got a few that I really could tell y'all because I didn't experience some crazy stuff. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your mama, cousins, best friends, uncles, aunties, everybody to come subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Peace.